Episode 416.
Ah, not this one either.
Chen Guo's face was a picture of disappointment.
Let's try a different approach.
And before the host could even speak, Su Mucheng took the initiative.
Oh, Mucheng, have you thought of something new?
No, I'll just call out a couple of numbers at random.
The host almost took another tumble there. Su Mucheng really is planning to copy Zhou Zikai all the way, huh?
I'll pick Zone C.
Shen Guo cried out in alarm. Their seats were right in Section C.
Row 18.
Chen Guo jumped up again. They were in row 18 too.
Number 21.
Su Mucheng stated the number without hesitation. Chen Guo's mind instantly buzzed, as if something had just exploded inside it. She asked Tang Rou beside her.
What number?
Number 21. It really is you.
Tang Rou was genuinely happy for Chen Guo. No one understood better than her just how much Chen Guo idolized Su Mucheng. Chen Guo's gaze was still a bit dazed, but when she took a quick, private look around this time, everyone was turning their heads to stare at her, their eyes filled with nothing but envy and jealousy.
It really is me.
Chen Guo was at a loss. Meanwhile, on stage, Su Mucheng continued speaking.
I've got an idea for what's next. I'd like to call on the person sitting next to this friend here. I think that way we'll most likely invite two friends who know each other up here. It should be fun.
That's a pretty good idea, Mucheng. So, who are you planning to pick? 19 or 23?
The host explained, dividing the long hall seating area into odd and even numbers. Chen Guo's group was in the odd-numbered section. Upon hearing Su Mucheng's idea, Ye Shu in seat 19 and Tang Rou in seat 23 exchanged a look. Chen Guo shouted at the top of her lungs.
Ah, we still have this one left.
Yi Shu wondered, would Su Mucheng really pick him? At this point, even Yi Shu couldn't help but feel a flicker of doubt. And there on the field, Su Mucheng was hesitating too.
19 or 23?
The spectators around the three of them had already turned their heads in unison, their gazes filled with envy and jealousy. Still, one of them will get the chance.
Well, we've only got two options now. How about we flip a coin to decide?
The host suggested with a smile.
No need, I've already made up my mind.
Oh? And which one would that be?
It's...
Su Mucheng spoke, her words broken by heavy, panting breaths. Yi Shu was at a complete loss for words. He was now certain Su Mucheng wouldn't call him up. She's just putting on a show, trying to scare me. Unfortunately, Su Mucheng's little scheme had long since been seen through by Ye Shu. But Yi Shu was perfectly calm, no longer troubled in the slightest. Sure enough, after a dramatic pause, Su Mucheng announced the seat number belonged to Tang Rou in seat 23.
It's you.
Chen Guo was the first to shout out, clearly even more worked up than Tang Rou. Tang Rou had been confused for a moment, but now she was perfectly composed.
Looks like today's my lucky day.
But some people are having a pretty rough time of it.
Chen Guo looked at Ye Shu with a smile and gave his shoulder a pat.
Ah, you were so close. Don't be too down about it.
Yet on Ye Shu's face was his usual everyday expression, showing none of the envy or jealousy visible on the other spectators. He wasn't chosen, and he showed no sign of disappointment whatsoever. In fact, he looked like it was only to be expected. Shen Guo suddenly remembered. Even if she'd never heard his name before, he had at least been part of the pro scene. Looks like this little scene doesn't really faze Yi Shu. Chen Guo felt a pang of regret at not having managed to get under Ye Shu's skin. Just then, the host on stage called for them to come up, so the two of them had no choice but to leave their things with Ye Shu.
Do your best to appreciate our heroic display.
Chen Guo handed the binoculars to Ye Shu.
Go on, get up close and personal with your idol.
Yi Shu took it with a smile.
Of course.
With her head held high, Chen Guo turned and strode onto the stage with Tang Rou.
And now, our final two audience members have taken the stage. Two very lovely ladies. Let's get to know them.
The host now noticed that the two who had just come on stage, Chen Guo and Tang Rou, were both exceptionally good-looking, arguably not inferior to Su Mucheng. He immediately realized these were two audience members who could draw a lot of attention, and so he didn't slack off in the slightest.
And what should I call you two?
Chen Guo, Tang Rou.
So it looks like you two are partners, just as Mo Chang thought?
That's right. We're good friends.
How does it feel to be able to participate in this All-Star Weekend interactive segment together? Just the two of us.
Of course I'm thrilled.
Chen Guo answered most of the questions. After stating her name, Tang Rou simply stood to the side with a faint smile. Her gaze drifted, and she noticed Su Mu Cheng, Chen Guo's favorite star player, also smiling as she looked their way. Their eyes met, and Su Mu Cheng waved at her. Tang Rou was momentarily taken aback, but quickly returned a friendly smile.
Of course it's Su Mu Cheng.
When the host asked Chen Guo who her favorite pro player was, she answered without a moment's hesitation, Su Mu Cheng. The host naturally seized the moment to bring Su Mu Cheng into the conversation. But for Chen Guo, having her dream come true so suddenly left her completely flustered. When she actually stood before Su Mu Cheng, she became surprisingly reserved. She was speaking to Su Mu Cheng in that quiet, gentle tone. It was enough to make anyone who knew her do a double take and want to ask her out. And the host couldn't just hover around them forever. After all, 3 pro players and 2 audience members were already on the stage. He couldn't afford to make them feel neglected. While the host went to interview the others, Su Mu Cheng and Chen Guo were still up. In fact, Chen Guo had no idea what to say to her idol either. It was Su Mu Cheng who took the initiative, bringing up a topic that female players in Glory were always interested in. Unfortunately, their chat didn't last long. With everyone present and the host's introductions finished, the match officially began. The 8 of them made their way toward the competition stage.